Welcome to a Men of War Assault Squad commentary. This is the recently released game Men of War Assault Squad, not the beta. And I will be playing on a new map, of which I don't remember which it was. If someone knows which it is, or I'll just find out later on in the comments, in the name I can put it. And we will be playing as the Japanese Empire. Under the command of Emperor Morris and Stygravis and Cogsmith, and our opponents, I can't remember their names, but they will be in the end screen if you would like to see if it was you that we faced. And well, I'll introduce you to the Japanese. They are from Japan, and they like chipsticks, fish sticks, and well, the faction of Japan is quite weak in armor. Literally, their armor is very thin, but they have some good guns. Many light tanks, which are very good, cheap. They got one that costs 150 points, so it's at the same amount of an infantry squad. Quite worth it. And they are therefore a faction that belongs in cities and villages like this one on my side. And if you don't know this map, the right is built up, the center is open field, the left is an airfield, which is, well, it's an airfield with some buildings. And there are lots of Hitler's cars in these maps. By God, can't they create some new cars or something? Well, and the Japanese have lots of mortars. They can, their infantry can toss grenades further than any other faction, and yeah, that's one of their main strengths. The strength is or something, and they can toss grenades. They got good mortars. Their special unit, first special unit, is a mortar car, which has 10 more yards than a regular mortar, and it's really cheap. It costs 1, but that will change, I believe, since it's such a good thing. And it's bugged also. The first salvo you shoot with it, it shoots the entire barrage at the same time, 6 shots or something. So it's instant annihilation. And here's the left with Stygravis. And here I ask for a crewman or a soldier to man these planes, which you actually can fly. I will try to do so, and you will see the results. In my next video I will show you how it's properly done, and that will be a short video perhaps, I don't know. We'll see. And this is how not to do it. Yeah. And I will try another plane. And there's the mortar. Other special units are the kamikaze, which are 5 guys with bombs strapped to themselves. And here Stygravis tells me that in a game before, in the closed beta, someone put a gun there, a heavy machine gun, and it worked out really well for them. So I think like, what's better than a machine gun? Oh, a flak. So I buy a flak, a Japanese flak. And here my camera is still for some reason. I think I'm a bit AFK. So I apologize in the most Japanese way possible. I apologize. And if you can't understand me when I'm talking like Japan, I'm sorry. And there my anti-air gun, or 20mm gun, gets killed by a wooden fence. It's so sad. I don't know, what's that? How does that go? I can't remember it. There's some songs that goes like so sad, but I can't remember it. I believe I should have positioned it more to the left, so it could fire at the main cap zone in the middle. And that guy is strong, since he can push that alone. And if we talk more about the Japanese, they're really underdogs, since they don't have many cheap tank destroyers with decent armor, such as perhaps the Hetzer Stug. So yeah, in built up areas they're good, hilly country good, lots of cover good, but in open fields they are underdogs, since they didn't develop good weaponry during the World War II. They mainly focused on naval things, I believe. So for instance, their machine gun is, I believe it's copied from the British. Also their SMGs are copied from the British. I don't know that. They just look like. I just assume they are copied. And their bolt action rifles. And there you see some flamethrower action, which fails. I usually don't buy these, but this is such a inflammable area. And there's the mortar. It shot 6 shots at one time. So yeah, that's why it's ludicrous dumb. Well, I will do some more flamethrowing, I believe. I don't know, can't remember. And the flamethrower is really good on these maps. For instance, that yellow field there. If I shoot one flame into it and it starts burning, it will spread. Perhaps incinerate the entire control point. And I'll group my infantry up, because I'm lazy. I'm playing as Japanese, because it's so fun. Hereby some anti-tank infantry, since anti-tank infantry is very good in built-up areas. And since the Japanese have such poor armored units, they easily get taken out in close quarters. And therefore I buy a anti-tank infantry bazooka guy, cause he can sneaky. And the 80 guns are not exactly good in built-up areas either. And yes, I buy another flamethrower infantry. And now I'm just waiting for things to happen. More about the special units of Japan. They got some home infantry, which is crap. 4 machine guns and 4 recruit infantry. Crap. Some marine units. Those are marines, which comes with half tracks. I don't know if they're good. I haven't tried them. And then there's the radio operator. And here's some good planning from me. Wait for it. Kapow. There you go. And there I go, hit him again, in case they try to do something with him. And what's more on that special unit list? There's the Banzai, which is 2, I believe it's 2 tanks, light tanks, light tanks, with some assault infantry on it. Don't know if it's that good. Haven't tried it. I wouldn't put my faith on it, when you can buy these mortars instead. And some of you guys might call me, oh, mortar spammer. Well, it's not my fault they made it so good. And I couldn't see what was on the bottom left, but on the bottom middle of special units you have medium tanks, which are light tanks with 120mm caliber weapons. And the last one is a heavy anti-tank gun. I believe it's an assault gun, so no turret. I don't know if it has turret, can't remember. Haven't bought it yet. And here you see my planning. my expertise in planning coming to practice. And that 20mm that has stood there done nothing for like 3 minutes just took out an armored car, but it will get taken out by the M19. And the Japanese have got some buffs from vanilla, with the 80 guns being better. And they also got the 80 guns they got are of course the usual ones, 50mm, 75mm, some light anti-tank gun, don't know what caliber it is. They got instead of an 88 heavy anti-air gun, they got a 75mm of that version, but it comes with a really good, or a good towing car. So it's quite effective, in my opinion. Yeah. I am just totally incinerating this area. In this game you will see me have quite a bit of luck, which means that I will totally annihilate everything that comes in my path. And there you see a crocodile in the center. Well, a crocodile hunter, take that out. Unfortunately, we only have anti-tank hunter destroyer. That will suffice. Yeah, what to talk about next? I have no idea. Yeah, and I like playing as Japanese since they are actually underdogs. And anti-tank guns, I feel I think is really funny. A good thing about guns is that they don't take a lot of CP points, so you can have a lot of infantry and a lot of anti-tank guns, and that can give you a great advantage. But it can also cost you if the enemy is quite good at what he is doing. And here you see me trying to capture the zone. And for those of you guys who hates my mortar trucks, if you want to get rid of them, just buy an heavy caliber thing, artillery. It will quite easily handle those. And here you see me buying some radio operator to harass my enemy. And then my enemy is doing some good things, or is it me? Someone smoking, that's a good thing. Always worries the enemy, or me, or whoever is smoking. I believe it was him. But since they are firing through the smoke, one can see them. And hence my mortars are mortaring them. I said them, not them. There you can see the heavy Japanese tank destroyer, of which I will not buy because I can't afford it. And I instead buy a Chino, which is a decent tank. It's got a good gun, crap armor. Don't know if it was 75mm or 50 or something, I don't know. But it's generally poor, quite poor. And you can see that it's designed for, I believe it is designed for some jungle warfare and heavy terrain, since it's such a not as a wide a tank as some other tanks in this war are. It's not wider than that Stuart perhaps, and hence it makes it easier to drive through wooden areas and small roads, but it puts the flanks at exposure. that's just speculation on why it looks like it does. It looks kinda good anyway. And there, take that Stuart out. And yes, not jeopardizing my tank just yet. Just yet. And there's an M8 horribly positioned. Basically, he tried to shoot through that house to get to my mortar trucks. I'll figure that out later on. But it won't work as he planned. So I just move my trucks around. That's a good thing about them. You can move them around really fast. You really should, but I don't care for it because I can buy so many of them. There's a Wolverine for you. Wolverine Tank Destroyer. Tank Destroyer. And I will try to take it out. And I'm just harassing the enemy now with mortar shells or radio operator. Yeah. Not a lot going on right now. Let's comment on our enemies. My opponent, he should... I don't really know what he should have done. More infantry perhaps. My mortars are really killing him. Some artillery perhaps, I don't know. It's a tough one for him. What could he have done? What can he do? At this point he basically just can save up for some artillery to fire at my mortars. Otherwise they will just annihilate his infantry. And there a M8 destroyed an M8. Don't know how it happened, but it happened. Yeah, at this point I really don't know what he should do. I don't have that much of infantry left, but if he brings in just a group of it and just one of my guys sees them, they will be annihilated. Tough spot he's in. Yeah, he has to wait for heavy artillery. Or annihilate every building in the way, in the line of sight, so I can't cover my mortars with anything. And there you see me killing a Pershing. Yeah, when I'm lucky, I'm really lucky. There's just nothing that can stop me. When I'm lucky. And here I'm trying to finish off. Am I trying to finish off anything? No, I'm not trying to finish off that Wolverine. I'm just harassing again, in case he crawls forward with his units and buy some crappy recruit infantry. In order for them to spot for my mortars, of which I'm now moving forward. Yeah, not a very interesting game this one, but I mainly made it to show you the Japanese, which I promised to do. I will give you more crappy videos, if you want to call it that, with me not playing against very good opponents, or as good as let's call that. And they might be uninteresting to you, but you will see how you need to play as Japan and against Japan. I have another video where I play against Japan, and I will show you how easy it is to defeat them. But that's for later on. And there, Krushka, whatever his name is, thinks that USA have crappy armor, and this he says against Japan, which has the crappiest armor in the game. So yeah, and there you see something blowing up. What was that? Huh, can't remember. Yeah, when I'm lucky, I'm lucky, and I admit when I'm lucky. Never really, it doesn't happen very often. And US ain't a late game faction. Yeah. Compare that to Japanese, who are not that. They're anti-late game. All their units are that, and another hull destroyer with one shot. Am I lucky or what? I'm such a lucky bloke. And there's your Calliope. If he had fired it, actually, he would have annihilated my mortars. So his thought was good. And we're coming to the end of this video, so I'm saying good game to our opponents. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment on things you want to see or change in my videos. Yep, and I'll see you next time.